Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to be here to create another video to help you along your healing journey in dealing with narcissist abuse, toxic people, toxic relationships, and learning to love yourself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Jenna Ryan. I am your self-love life coach. And today I'm going to talk to you about protecting yourself from the narcissist, protecting yourself from toxic people. I wanted to talk about this topic because so many of the people that come to me for coaching, and you can find my coaching at selfloveyou.net. So many people that come to me for coaching have an issue with someone who is toxic, who is abusive, who is harmful, and they can't seem to let go of the person, and they can't seem to protect themselves in a way that is any good. And they're hurting themselves and allowing themselves to be hurt again and again by toxic people who mean them no good. And so the topic of today's video is protecting yourself from the narcissist. Oh my, it's a new computer. Woo, I don't know how to turn that off right now. So anyway, protecting yourself from the narcissist. How do you protect yourself? Well, I believe that protecting yourself is a skill. I believe it is a skill that can be learned. And I believe that it is a skill that some people do not have access to. They don't have access to that protective part of yourself. And instead of protecting yourself from a negative, toxic person, you're just allowing them to come in. Instead of setting boundaries against a negative, toxic person, you are allowing them to hoover you back after they've done horrible things to you, cheated on you, hurt you. And instead of feeling disgusted with that behavior, you actually still have a trauma bond inside that wants them more than ever. Because it's that intermittent reinforcement. When someone's super mean to you one minute and then super nice to you the next minute, you don't know what you're going to get and you become addicted to the cycle. And your self-protection goes out the window. You're not protecting yourself at all, but instead you are allowing yourself to be harmed. And this is a problem. This is a problem that can be solved because it's a skill. It's a skill of learning to protect yourself. And as you become more educated in toxic behavior, as you become more educated in setting boundaries and going no contact and going gray rock and dealing with these people that have issues in relations with you, and once you start becoming aware of proper behavior and the type of behavior that's acceptable to you, once you become aware of your own internal needs, the needs that you have within that you may be ignoring right now, you may be ignoring and you don't even know what to protect. So you have to become aware of what you're feeling, of what you need, of what you deserve. Once you realize that you have rights and that you deserve to be treated well, then you'll start to be able to take action to protect yourself. If you want to protect yourself from toxic behavior and you want to stop yourself from returning to someone who is betraying you or harming you, then you have to know how you feel. You have to know who you are, and you have to be tapped in to your own intuition guidance system. Because once you're tapped into who you are, once you have awareness of what you need, once you have awareness of what you deserve, then you can begin taking action on your own behalf. You also have to get to a place where you have a self-structure that is strong. You have strong ego strength. You know what you deserve. You know who you are. You know when something feels good. You know when something feels bad. You know what's yours to deal with, and you know that that's theirs to deal with. A lot of people come to me and say, but this person is telling me that I'm the one who's a narcissist, that I'm the one who's doing this. I try to bring up my concerns. I try to tell them that I don't like what they're doing, but they're just telling me that I'm the one. Okay? If that is what you're going through, then that means you have an enmeshment. You don't know where you begin and they end. You don't know where you end and they begin. And you're taking too much responsibility for what they're feeling and what they're thinking. And you're not taking enough responsibility for what you're feeling and what you're thinking. This is a part and parcel for codependency. This is codependent behavior 101. When you're allowing someone to harm you and not protecting yourself. If you are a healthy person, if you're a healthy being, if you know who you are, then you know how to stand up for yourself and you know how to set boundaries, then you're going to have a natural desire to protect yourself. Because if you don't protect yourself, you're not going to have anything. You can protect the other person, but then you're going to lose yourself in the process. And if you lose yourself, you really don't have anything. And at the end of the day, you're going to feel sorry about that. You're going to regret what all you're giving up for this other person. So it becomes very important to know who you are, to protect yourself, to start setting boundaries, to start drawing a line in the sand that says, this is what I will tolerate. This is what I will not tolerate. Okay. And this is just within yourself, just knowing, maybe in a journal, this is what I will allow and this is what I won't allow. This is what is unacceptable to me. Cheating on me is unacceptable to me. That will cause me to shut down. I will not go any further with someone who is cheating on me, calling me, telling me they love me, then the next day going off to someone else. Cheating on me is a no-go. You can't cheat on me. It's not going to work. And this is, I'm giving you words to say. Yelling at you. If someone is yelling at you, yelling at me, if you're yelling at me, I'm walking out of this room. I'm going to protect myself from being bombarded with yelling, name-calling, accusations. You want to protect yourself because you are precious. You're like a Fabergé egg and you deserve your own protection. Protecting is a resource. If you're able to protect yourself, that means you have a valuable resource. When I talk about resources, think about the resources of the USA. We have oil. We have, wind. We have all kinds of things, water. We have resources. I mean, you can look in the rocks of the world. You can find diamonds. You can find gold. You can find metals. The world has resources. Well, you as a person have resources. It's a matter of tapping into those resources and strengthening those resources. One of your resources is protecting, a protector, protecting yourself from harm, protecting yourself from physical harm, emotional harm, mental harm, protecting your mind, keeping your mind clear, keeping your body, your physical body safe from danger, keeping your mind from danger, keeping your attachment system from being all activated and harmed by someone who's playing games, who's toxic with you. A protective part of yourself is a resource. It's a natural resource that's within. And it's important that you tap in to your inner protector. A protector is more like a father figure. If you can think of a father figure in your life who was protective over you, if you did not have that in your life, try to imagine times in your life where you were protective over someone else. This can be done if you think of a pet. Like my pets, I'm super protective with my dogs. They're not going to go outside without a leash because I had a dog one time who got run over. So I know for a fact that if we go outside, my dogs are going to be put on a leash because there's cars all around. So that is something that I am protective of my dogs. I care for them very much, and I want them to live long, healthy lives, and I don't want them to die. So I am using my skill, my knowledge, my expertise to protect my dogs from being harmed in the future. In the same way, so what you want to do is tap into that aspect of yourself. What is it in your life that you do protect? If you don't protect yourself, if you don't know how to protect yourself, if you don't know what you're protecting, then it might be a good idea to start thinking, how can I protect myself? In what ways do I already protect other things, people, places? Okay, let's just think about protection. Okay, start really meditating on protection. Talking through this video about protection. Do you protect your bank account? Do you protect your passwords? Or do you just give them to everyone? Do you make sure that your purse is near you in a store? Or do you just let it hang over, in the shopping cart and walk over and let your purse stay there with your cash, with your wallet open and cash showing? No, you protect your things. You protect your purse. If you are someone who carries a purse or a wallet and you protect your money, that ting, ting, ting is a protective mechanism. That means you have the capacity to protect yourself. That means if you can protect your money, you can protect yourself. You've got it. You just don't know it yet. Okay? So let's think of other ways that you protect yourself. Do you, when you're cooking, do you make sure you watch the oven? Do you make sure that you keep it from being burned, your food from being burned? Or do you just, like I did the other day, accidentally forgot the food was in the oven, a steak and some vegetables, and it just got charred? Oh my gosh, is that how you live your life? I did once. I mean, one time is okay, but it's not a regular occurrence. Most of the time, you sit with the food, you stir it, you tend to the food, you make sure that it's not going to burn. The problem is I had the oven on too high. It was on broil. Don't do that. But I learned a lesson. So I protect my food. Do you protect your food when you're cooking? Okay. Do you try to make sure that you go to healthy restaurants, or do you just go to restaurants where there's roaches crawling around and, people look very dirty? Or do you protect what you're going to eat by making sure that you go to places where there's good hygiene, where it's clean, where things look like they're well taken care of? Do you protect yourself in that way? If you do, that is something that's a resource you can tap into and use that resource, the same resource that you use to protect yourself from not burning your food, from not allowing your pets to be hurt, from not eating at gross restaurants, from protecting your purse, from protecting your wallet, from protecting your passwords. That's called protection. That means you have a resource to protect. Now, it becomes a matter of how do I use that protective mechanism that I already have within in order to protect myself in relationship with someone who is toxic. That's what you have to ask yourself. How can I build my protective self up so that I begin to take care of me? I am valuable and I deserve to be taken care of. You are valuable. You deserve to be taken care of. How can you take your skills that are incredible, your protection skills, you protect your car, you protect your home, you might, have a security system. Use those skills to protect yourself against toxic people, narcissists, psychopaths, all those crazy people out there that will want to come in and take from you. Learn to tap into your protective self. That's what this video is all about. I hope it is helpful to you today. And I hope that you're getting something out of it. And until next time, I am Jenna Ryan, and I will talk to you soon.